Today we're taking a look at these WNBA matches, which are happening on Monday, June 4, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Dallas Wings vs Connecticut Sun. The Dallas Wings faced the Washington Mystics and went home with a loss by a final score of 75-74 in their last game. Dallas finished the contest having earned a 34.2% field goal percentage, 26 of 76, and converted 9 of their 32 three-point shots. When they shot from the free throw line, the Wings converted 13 of their 16 tries for a percentage of 81.3%. When talking about grabbing rebounds, they earned a total of 45, with 11 of them being of the offensive sort. They also distributed 18 assists for this game, as well as forcing 15 turnovers and having 10 steals. With respect to the defense, Dallas allowed their opponent to shoot 32.2% from the floor on 19 out of 59 shooting. Washington totaled 4 assists and had 7 steals for the matchup. Furthermore, Washington pulled down 40 rebounds, 4 offensive, 36 defensive, and had 3 blocked shots. Washington ended up going 93.5% at the charity stripe by knocking down 29 of their 31 tries. They converted 8 of their 23 shots from beyond the arc. Dallas heads into this contest with a win-loss mark of 3-2 for the year. They are turning it over 11.6 times per game and as a team are committing 19.4 personal fouls per contest. As a team, Dallas is grabbing 37.0 boards per game and has accounted for 88 assists on the campaign, which has them ranked 8th in basketball in terms of passing. The Wings are shooting 31.6% on shots from beyond the arc, 43 of 136, and 88.3% from the free throw line. They currently have an average of 87.2 points per contest, second in the WNBA, while hitting 41.0% from the field. On defense, the Wings are able to force 15.6 turnovers per contest and they draw 19.0 personal fouls. The Wings are allowing a field goal percentage of 41.0%, 78 of 95, and they relinquish 39.4 rebounds per game as a basketball team. They currently rank 7th in basketball in allowing assists to their opponents, with 93 relinquished on the season. They are giving up 35.6% on shots from downtown, and they are ranked 8th in the league in points per game allowed, 85.4. Our team pick is Dallas. When they last stepped on the court, the Connecticut Sun walked away with a victory by a final of 89-84 when they faced the Minnesota Lynx. The Sun were able to collect 20 defensive rebounds and 9 offensive boards totaling 29 in this matchup. They turned the ball over 11 times, while getting 5 steals in this matchup. The Lynx were called for 18 personal fouls for the matchup, which got the Sun to the charity stripe for 11 attempts. They were able to bury 10 of the free throw tries for a rate of 90.9%. When it comes to shots from beyond the arc, Connecticut knocked down 7 of their 23 attempts, 30.4%. At the conclusion of this game, the Sun finished 36 out of 71 from the floor, which had them shooting 50.7%. The Sun permitted the Lynx to convert 27 of 60 attempts from the field, which left them with a shooting percentage of 45.0% for the contest. They went 42.1% from beyond the arc by going 8 out of 19 and finished the contest at 22 of 26 from the free throw line, 84.6%. When talking about rebounds, Connecticut allowed Minnesota to pull down 32 in total, 9 offensive. Alyssa Thomas ended up having an impact for the Sun for this game. She knocked down 8 out of 15 in this matchup for a field goal rate of 53.3% and accounted for 9 rebounds. Thomas accumulated 16 points in her 40 minutes on the hardwood and earned 16 assists for the contest. The Sun defensively are ranked 5th in basketball in points per game surrendered with 76.5. They have surrendered 18.0 assists and 35.7 boards on a nightly basis, which is 4th and 7th in basketball. The Connecticut defense gives up 28.1% on shots from distance, 38 of 135, and opponents are converting on 77.4% of their shots from the free throw line. They are forcing 13.5 turnovers on a nightly basis and have allowed teams to shoot 41.4% from the floor, 8th in the league. Our total pick is over. Chicago Sky vs New York Liberty. The Chicago Sky took the court against the New York Liberty and walked away from this one with a loss by a score of 77-76 in their last game. Chicago ended the contest having earned a 42.3% FG percentage, 30 of 71, and converted 11 of 19 shots from distance. When they shot from the free throw line, the Sky knocked down 5 of 7 attempts for a rate of 71.4%. In the matter of rebounding, they earned 38 with 10 of them being of the offensive sort. They also recorded 20 assists for this contest, while forcing 11 turnovers and earning 4 steals. With respect to defending, Chicago allowed 46.3% from the field on 31 out of 67 shooting. New York earned 3 assists and had 5 steals for the contest. In addition, New York totaled 28 rebounds, 3 offensive, 25 defensive, and had 7 blocks. New York ended up going 85.7% from the free throw line by knocking down 6 of 7 attempts. They also knocked down 9 of their 26 tries from distance. Chicago heads into this matchup with a mark of 3-3 for the year. The Sky are connecting on 37.3% on 3-point shots, 44 of 118, and 76.5% from the free throw line. They are averaging 76.0 points per game, 11th in the league, on 41.1% from the floor. They turn the ball over 14.7 times per game, and as a unit they are committing 18.3 personal fouls on a nightly basis. As a unit, Chicago is pulling in 38.7 rebounds per contest and has accumulated 122 dimes this season, which is first in the WNBA in terms of passing the ball. On the defensive end, the Sky are able to force 13.8 turnovers per contest while drawing 14.3 fouls. They surrender 32.8% from beyond the arc and they are ranked 4th in the WNBA in PPG allowed, 75.7. The Sky are giving up an opponent FG percentage of 40.1%, 83 of 86, and they surrender 33.8 boards per game as a group. They are ranked 10th in basketball in giving up assists to the opposition, with 106 conceded for the season. Our team pick is New York. In their last game, the New York Liberty walked away with a victory by a final of 77-76 when they played the Chicago Sky. The Liberty snagged 25 defensive rebounds and 3 offensive boards for a total of 28 for the game. They also turned the ball over 11 times while recording 5 steals in the matchup. The Sky were called for 17 fouls for this game, which took the Liberty to the free throw line for 7 tries. They were able to knock down 6 of the free throws for a clip of 85.7%. When it comes to 3-point shots, New York buried 9 out of their 26 attempts, 34.6%. When the final whistle blew, the Liberty ended up going 31 for 67 from the floor, which had them shooting 46.3%. The Liberty allowed the Sky to bury 30 of 71 attempts from the floor, which gave them a shooting percentage of 42.3% in the game. They finished 57.9% from behind the 3-point line by shooting 11 out of 19 and ended up going 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 71.4%. In the matter of rebounding, New York permitted Chicago to grab 38 overall, 10 on the offensive side. Breanna Stewart ended up being a major contributor for the Liberty for the matchup. She knocked down 7 out of 16 for this contest, giving her a rate of 43.8% and totaled 11 rebounds. Stewart racked up 19 points in her 37 mins on the hardwood and had 5 dimes for the game. New York has a mark of 4-1 on the year. The Liberty commit 16.0 personal fouls per game and they hit 82.4% from the free throw line. Their rate of dishing out assists is at 23.4 times per game, first in the WNBA, and they lose possession by turning the ball over 14.8 times per contest. New York has scored 398 points this season, 79.6 per game, and they pull down 35.0 boards per contest. As an offense, the Liberty are shooting 45.0% from the field, which is ranked 3rd in basketball. The Liberty on the defensive side of the court are first in the WNBA in points allowed per game with 74.4. They are forcing their opponents into 12.2 turnovers per game and allow teams to shoot 39.4% from the floor, 3rd in basketball. The New York defense gives up 35.0% on three-pointers, 36 of 103, and their opponents are connecting on 78.9% of their free throw shots. They have allowed 16.6 assists and 34.6 rebounds per game, which ranks them first and sixth in basketball. Our total pick is over. Las Vegas Aces vs Indiana Fever. The Las Vegas Aces took the court against the Atlanta Dream and went home with a win by a final score of 92-87 in their last game. Las Vegas finished the contest with a 47.1% FG percentage, 33 of 70, and buried 6 out of their 21 three-point attempts. When they shot from the free throw line, the Aces converted 20 of their 25 attempts for a rate of 80.0%. With respect to hauling in rebounds, they compiled 31 with 5 of them being of the offensive sort. They also distributed 17 assists in this contest, as well as creating 15 turnovers and having 9 steals. Concerning defense, Las Vegas allowed 45.9% from the field on 34 out of 74 shooting. Atlanta doled out 6 assists and had 5 steals for the game. On top of that, Atlanta grabbed 36 rebounds, 6 offensive, 30 defensive, and added 3 blocks. Atlanta finished shooting 90.0% at the free throw line by burying 9 of their 10 attempts. They converted 10 out of their 24 attempts from distance. Las Vegas comes into this matchup with a mark of 5-0 on the campaign. They are turning it over 12.8 times per game and as a squad are committing 15.8 fouls per game. As a unit, Las Vegas is snagging 38.4 boards per game and has accounted for 107 assists so far this year, which has them ranked 5th in the WNBA in terms of passing. The Aces are shooting 37.6% from downtown, 50 of 133, and 82.8% from the free throw line. They are averaging 95.6 points per outing, first in the league, while hitting 48.9% from the floor. On the defensive end, the Aces are forcing their opponents into 14.2 turnovers per contest, and they draw 18.4 fouls. They are 9th in the league in giving up assists to their opponents with 95 surrendered this year. The Aces are giving up a FG percentage of 38.7%, 71 of 92, and they surrender 34.2 boards per contest as a team. They concede 34.6% on three-point attempts and they rank 2nd in the WNBA in PPG allowed, 74.8. Our team pick is Las Vegas. In their last game, the Indiana Fever took a loss by a score of 81-78 against the Connecticut Sun. The Fever corralled 27 defensive rebounds and 10 offensive rebounds, totaling 37 for this game. They also coughed it up 10 times, while getting 5 steals for the contest. The Sun had 16 personal fouls for this game, which took the Fever to the charity stripe for a total of 14 tries. They were able to make 12 of the free throws for a clip of 85.7%. Concerning three-point attempts, Indiana made 4 out of their 21 attempts, 19.0%. When all was said and done, the Fever ended up going 31 out of 73 from the floor, which gave them a rate of 42.5%. The Fever allowed the Sun to make 29 of 72 tries from the floor, which had them sitting at 40.3% in this game. They finished 33.3% from downtown by connecting on 7 out of 21 and walked away from this one shooting 16 out of 22 at the free throw line, 72.7%. In relation to how they cleaned up the glass, Indiana allowed Connecticut to pull down 45 in total, 14 offensive. Aaliyah Boston was important for the Fever for this game. She buried 8 out of 12 in this game for a rate of 66.7% and accounted for 4 rebounds. Boston tallied 20 points in her 29 mins on the court and had 4 dimes for this contest. Indiana has a win-loss record of 1-3 this season. Indiana has totaled 302 PTS on the year, 75.5 per game, and they grabbed 37.5 boards per contest. The Fever are committing 21.0 personal fouls per contest, and they go 72.7% from the charity stripe. When it comes to executing on offense, the Fever are connecting on 39.6% from the field, which is 10th in the WNBA. They are dishing out assists 15.5 times per game, 11th in the league, and they are turning it over 14.0 times per contest. The Fever on defense are ranked 7th in the league in points allowed per contest with 82.0. They surrender 20.3 assists and 38.3 boards on a nightly basis, which is 9th and 10th in the WNBA. The Indiana defense surrenders 37.9% on shots from distance, 33 of 87, and their opponents are making 79.8% of their foul shots. They are able to force 13.82s per game and allow teams to shoot 39.9% from the field, 4th in basketball. Our total pick is over.